I think it's going to be fine.
Good.
You know, it'll be fine.
All right.
Could be worse. Has been worse. Well, because you guys are dragging me down. You guys keep... Well, every time I get done with the 7-day, you guys are like, oh, gosh, oh. Every time. Doesn't matter what time I come on. 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, and then you expect me to be chipper for 5 straight hours. It's miserable. I want you guys to say, wow, that's great news. It's going to be 60 on Friday. Well, I mean, what do you want me to do? Lie to you? I'll put 70 every day next time. God.
Thank you for your commitment.
Man, thank you. Mr. Davis appreciates it. He knows when to bundle up.
Yep.
Here's some wind, here's some temperature, 20s. Feels like 19 or feels like 70, I don't know. 47, partly cloudy, southwest breeze 10 to 15. Here's a 60. I don't know if that's good enough for you guys. Get excited. Maybe I'll disappoint you with the 7-day here in a few minutes.
Ooh. All right. All right. I almost died. Hello and welcome to the show, everybody.
Hold on. I started the pre-show with, we're going to get through the intro with no fucking issues coming in. We were hot. We were like, boom, boom, boom. And then Curly almost fucking dies.
I almost did not make it. This is my 32nd year of life will be my last. I looked over at the damn stream deck and for the first time noticed that the audio bit has a little timer that tells you how much is left in the song bit. And I was like, sweet, I got 10 seconds. I can take a drink. And then I realized I have to fucking fade it out. And I panicked and I forgot how to swallow. Okay?
Please clip that. Please, someone clip that.
There was a moment. I don't know if the camera caught it, but my eyes looked up like, this is it. This is the end of it. This is where we're going out.
Is this how Curly died?
I was like, if I just can fall on the stream deck to shut the stream down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is the Drunk Kids Gaming Podcast, dkgWELP as it is better known in the streets. I am your host, King Kaz, joined as I always am by my good friend and co-host, the one, the man himself, Brian Curley.
Nope.
This week, it is Ladies' Night. We are joined by two very special people. We are joined by returning guest, Gelf.
Hi!
New guest to the show, theJENplays.
Hi. I'm the Jen. Hi.
Hi.
Which one's which? No, yeah. Thank you guys so much for being on here. I love you both.
All right. Fucking
haven't had Gelf on in a hot minute, and
white man can't tell two white women apart.
And
hot as 11.
I'm gonna leave. I'm done. We're done.
This is rough. All right.
No, this is great. I'm so glad you guys could join us today.
Kind of a dry dog. It's all right.
Sort of our first hanging out, Jen, except for unless you count Cardboard Me at some parties that I may have gone to at some point.
We had a beautiful breakfast one morning at Nerdtacular.
This Cardboard man gets into more parties than I will ever get into.
That was when I had to convince the server to let me have a margarita because we're in Salt Lake City, and she's like, "Well, actually, it's not time yet." And I was like,
well, hold on. It's always time for a margarita. What are you talking
I agree.
about?
I have money.
Yeah.
You have margarita. Let's trade.
I will call the police if you do not give me a goddamn margarita. Jesus. But anyways,
we don't make call the police jokes around here.
So thanks for being on our show, episode 97. Terribly excited. What have you been doing lately, Kaz? Okay, yeah.
Jesus, dude, that's a hard one. No, I don't know. I've just been working, man.
Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds fun.
Don't trash me, lover. God,
personally attacking,
damn, bro.
I don't know if we've discussed my unemployment on this podcast yet. Did we talk about it last week? Was I just in a sadness spiral?
We didn't talk about it. No, you're just having a good time last week, and it's all you're going to continue. Well, fuck.
I'm much more better now. Trust me, I got my paperwork for unemployment. I realized I don't actually have to look for a job as quick as I thought I did. So yay.
Magic. It's magical.
Magic fucking money. Damn, that's exciting. I've never not had a job. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to think about, like, I guess high school. Like that's the last time I didn't work. But it's good though. It gives me opportunity to actually find something that I want. I'm, as I said, I'm much more better about it right now. There's no tragedy ever needing to be pulled. But yeah, I've just been hanging out, chilling, cleaning stuff a lot, watching a lot of Netflix. You know.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Here's the thing. I was gonna bring this up. I need more shit to watch on Netflix. I need a reason to pay that motherfucking subscription every month, other than the fact that other people use my Netflix. I need suggestions.
I was just gonna say I have Netflix hobos, so that's why I keep it live.
Yeah. I'm a family of Netflix sharers.
I don't mind as long as they make their own profile.
Chronicles.
Frankenstein Chronicles.
Frankenstein Chronicles. It's a show that the UK has had for at least a couple of years now. Sean Bean is the showrunner. It's fantastic. It's gritty. It's dark. It's awesome. Go watch it. I would also recommend you check out, I think it's called The Dark. It's not English main language as far as I understand. I haven't watched it yet, but it comes highly recommended. So I'll watch it with you if you'd like. But Frankenstein Chronicles, I would very, very highly recommend. Hands down.
Yeah, I did binge out a little bit on Ugly Delicious because I do like food shows, and it's a food show that's like right up my alley. Like,
I
Have
assume
you watched the Great British Baking Show or whatever it's called? That's so good.
Yeah. I had a friend who was like, "We're gonna sit down and you're gonna have this experience." And at first, I was being me, and I was like, yo, I ain't watching this shit, dog. Like, I'm gonna sit on my fucking laptop and do other shit. And then at some point I looked up and I was like, all right, who's the hot dude and who's the hot girl? Because I want one of them to win. And
this
and then I got invested.
This brings up a strong opinion of mine about Kaz. He always starts in the contrary viewpoint of anything you try to share with him. It's like, hey man, here's the fucking thing. It's chocolate cake. No, I don't like that. No, fuck that. Never heard of it. Don't like it. Don't want it. Don't need it in my life. Got plenty of it. No, don't want that. No. Here's
Watch
$10.
7 seconds. Yes.
I watched the first like 3 episodes of that Lost in Space reboot, and that was fun. I enjoyed it.
Sex show, right?
You know,
know what you should watch? Kaz, do you have not Netflix? Do you have Amazon Prime?
No, my two primary things for watching are Netflix and Crunchyroll.
Gotcha.
So I watch my animes and then I watch my everything else with Netflix.
Did you know that if you had Amazon Prime, you could subscribe to this channel for free every month?
What? Well, it's not essentially
We
free.
just slide
I did it, baby. I did it.
You take your Amazon Prime subscription and you join it with your Twitch account, and then you get a Twitch Prime subscription every month that you could use here or anywhere. It'd be better used here. And there you go.
I have an email I send to my dad, which has a screenshot step-by-step instructions on how to subscribe. Yeah. Like every month he's like, yo, can you send me that email again? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to fucking sign in. I'm like, just leave it signed in. No one.
You can just like right click and grab the link.
The crown like once a month.
I installed TeamViewer on his machine. I just remote into his house and fucking subscribe. Done and done. Problem solved. Thanks, Dad.
I just thought of fuck. We need to do this, and probably at Vegas we should do this. But the thing we always talk about, Curly, the self-help thing on YouTube where you type in like, how do I do blah blah blah, right? We need to make like have somebody type in how do I use Twitch Prime? And I just needed to cut to like a shitty YouTube video with like Notepad and some kid being like,
I'm here to help you learn how to use
what you do. So first, what you have to do is you go to Amazon.com. First, actually install a browser onto your computer.
You forgot
use
the part where
Chrome.
you explain why it's been a
You
while since
can
you made
use,
a video.
Um,
Sorry, guys, I had to.
no. These are tech videos, right?
I explained it. I
and
explained
there
it.
are a very specific hatred of mine and Curly's because we both worked in the tech industry, and you're like, I know how to do, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna just look it up real quick. Google is my friend, and you end up on a YouTube video that is literally some 8-year-old because they watched fucking MKBHD, and they're like, hey, welcome to Servas Tech. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to install a component in the Photoshop. So first, you're gonna download Photoshop, and you're like, you little bitch. I typed in how to install into Photoshop. I obviously already have Photoshop, and he's like, nope. He doesn't give a fuck. He's gonna show you how to install Photoshop.
Is it plugged in, and did you try restarting it?
So, I feel a little bad because we did sort of do this bit last week. But that being said, I've been playing.
Very specific person.
I've been playing Minecraft, which means I had to fucking Google something.
I hate that nobody just makes I'm playing Monster Hunter World, and I'm like, can you please just stop making me watch your YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Just put together a very simple document that tells me the information that I need. I just wanted to say triangle, square, square, circle, circle, circle. I don't want you to be on there and be like, hey guys, all right, so first you're gonna go circle, 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 and then the square, and then it looks, and I've got to listen to you talk for 15 minutes, and I still can't get it.
Yeah.
So
guess what? The answer you need is in video 2. Wasn't even in video 1, bitch.
I just want text.
The pet peeve is it's recorded in Manicam at 2 frames per second, and they don't have a mic, so they're typing everything into the notepad, and they're fucking recording the notepad into a fucking video. And I'm like,
is that really a thing?
It is all over the goddamn internet. And you sit there and you're like, okay, we'll fast forward, and he's fucking typing, and he's like, hey everybody, delete. I'm XX Mark. I'm coming at you live again with another video. Type, and the Minecraft shit is the worst because I'm like, I know the fucking components that go on the goddamn crafting table. I just need to know the order. There's only 9. It's a 3x3 grid. I just need to know where to fucking put that. And it's like, hey guys, we're working on bees this week. It's like, fuck my god, please.
This is why you stay off of YouTube. You stay off of YouTube.
The information isn't on the internet.
Anything you need, any question you have, any request, you put wiki at the end, and I swear your stress level is going to drop. I promise, especially when it comes to Minecraft stuff. Guaranteed.
With IT shit that I'm Googling, it's usually so nuanced that it's just one dude says he's got the answer. For some reason, it's fucking algorithm to the top.
I was trying to figure out the timing for my RAM, and I had to like watch 18 YouTube videos that were awful. And I'm like, dude, just type it. Just put it in the forum post. They're like, hey, you wanted to know the timing? Here, go to this YouTube video. No, type it in the forum. We're in a forum.
Here's the problem, right? Is like, me and Curly have also talked about the forums. And you don't want to go down that thread of nothingness where one guy's like, oh, what I figured out was this. And you're like, oh, shit. All right. Well, hold on. Let me scroll down. Oh, that didn't work. All right. And then you scroll down and you're like, oh. Okay, nobody responded after that. All right.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thread's like 4 years old or something like that, and it's just been hanging, but it's still on the top fucking above the fold on Google's search results for some goddamn reason.
There's 3 types that you get to. There's either you get to there and someone it's empty. Everyone's like, yeah, I've just been trying to get this fucking thing to boot, and I don't know the string of characters that you need and blah, 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 or what to disable. And they talk forever, and then it's just gone in 2004. You're like, okay, I guess whatever. I guess that stopped being a thing that no one fucking figured out. And then
the worst thing is
what's
when
worse,
they reply and they say, hey, I figured it out. No
that's
problem.
That's number 2 is Jake comes back and goes, thanks, guys, I got it. What'd you do, Jake? What did you fucking do?
Can you please respond and tell us what worked? Don't tell me that you got it. Tell me what got it for you, please.
And then there's the third one where no one responds, and then there's a post in 2017. It's like, hey, I just found this thread. What happened? I'm also having the same issue. You're like, okay.
To be fair, though, when you figure out the answer, when you finally figure it out, do you go back to all of those like 12 million threads that you searched through?
Yes.
Do you go back and answer them all, or do you just throw your hands up and say, fuck it, the internet's lost, and continue on with your life?
And I go have a drink. There's a XKCD comic where he's like, if there's always this point where you get to where you've searched so deep and so nuanced and you end up finding one form on some page that somehow the server's still running, and it's from 1997, and someone figured it out and they helped, and you actually got the answer from it, and you're just like, thank you, random human out in the world. Like, so it's some connection with some gentleman out in the fucking ether. And you're like, I wish I knew you. I wish I could send you flowers. I could do something. Like, please.
It's like an Angelfire or GeoCities cached site that just still like lingers.
Some way back fucking Google page. Like,
to be fair, I was actually on an Angelfire site, like base site, obviously, like last week, and I was like, whoa, how is this still here? And why does it have relevant, like it has relevant information?
I'm now just realizing how much that sounds like a drug, and it sounds like a badass drug. Like, I would get down on some Angelfire.
Dude, I used to get down on some Angelfire back in the day. It was really rough though.
Be like, wait. You guys doing Angelfire? Shit, man.
It's either a drug or the new Creed album, I think. It's the two options that it could be. It's fantastic.
I can see that on the news. Tonight at 11, man burns down apartment complex. Police say he might have been on Angelfire. Find out more. Like,
burn down the house
new
with
drug that your millennial child might be doing. Angelfire.
Like, are your children doing Angelfire? Find out here.
Angelfire is just like angel dust cut with like dried Tabasco flakes or something that you snort off your phone.
Dave's insanity sauce. You just drop that on top. It's cool.
Right, there you go. See, we've started a trend. Let's see how long it takes to catch on.
Fantastic. As much as I enjoy chatting forever, like we did in the pre-show, guys, we have to get into an actual segment. So I'm gonna cut it hard here and move into the news bag.
dkgWELP. Let's fill that knowledge hole with Kaz and Carly's news bag.
Boom.
You're like, we got to move on, and I fucking rock paper scissors over here. I was like, you're right. Like, let's go.
Is that what you're doing?
It weirded me out because I was like, I'm a LARPer for a long time, so I'm like, are we throwing chops right now? Did I end up at a LARP right now?
Did you want?
I like how the intros ended up talking about like online drug usage and stuff. Sorry.
It's fine.
Oh no, yeah, the intros go. They're vast.
No,
They're
I'll
vast.
upgrade fucking drugs, kids gaming. Let's go. We can fucking, I don't care.
Hashtag
Real struggle bus
Angelfire.
as it is.
It's back.
Hi guys, I just bumped some coke. Let's fucking stream games. Okay.
All right. Let's start news. The news segment is brought to you by our Discord. If you would like to join and help us pick news stories each and every week, you can do so by joining our Discord. Links are down below. So this first story is I can't get over how funny this one is. All right, so if you've ever gone somewhere by yourself, if you're a world traveler, but you like to travel by yourself, but every so often you get somewhere and you're like, man, I wish I had someone to show me around, show me all the sights, give me that hometown feel, but they were also hot. This is a service in Korea called Rent an Oppa.
I was just gonna ask if this is a Korean service because I think this has been around a long time.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely a Korean service.
What's an Oppa?
If anyone's gonna do it. So okay, yeah, I was also gonna explain this. So an Oppa, in the general sense, is an older male to a younger female, usually used in family context, so like a bigger brother. But it has been one of those things that as generations have gone on, its meaning has changed, and now it's more used in a romantic sense. Some of the time. So an oppa is kind of like, your boyfriend, your boo thing.
Calling somebody daddy.
My ex's kid used to call her step grandfather Oppa.
That's also because it means grandfather.
That's why.
in some languages.
I just kind of thought it might have been. I was like, oh yeah, I know what that word means, and then I went.
Opa and ova is grandpa and grandma in Portuguese.
I only knew the word from a 3-year-old, so I didn't. I was like, maybe I don't know the actual word, but then it turns out I did. Sweet, awesome. We learned something.
Yeah.
I'm teaching today.
So you rent an older gentleman to show you around town who's also hot.
You rent a hot dude to show you around town. Not necessarily older, but yeah.
I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, what could go wrong?
There's a whole app. I mean, I'm sure they're vetted, and they're Korean. They're only so terrible that they can be
vetted. Yeah, right.
Maybe.
What do you vet?
Do
To be fair, Uber...
do you trust every Uber and Lyft driver?
Right, I was just thinking, oh my God, get out of my head.
Or have you ever been to the creepy Airbnb? I had a friend who went to an Airbnb with her friend and like another friend of hers, and they found out later that the Airbnb person was found out to have like cameras in the room, and like it was this whole thing, and Airbnb like notified them, was like, by the way, your stay was also filmed. We're sorry.
Yes.
Oh, we're sorry. Here's a credit for $10 back on your next Airbnb purchase. So your bits have been filmed and shown on the internet.
But yeah, so but all the guys have little descriptions of like, oh, he's been living in Korea for all of his life and he knows all the hot spots if you're into that kind of stuff. Or like this guy knows all the cool, interesting shit and museums and like
that sounds pretty
have,
legitimately helpful. Like, why not? You know?
To a certain extent. I was just like, fuck yeah, dog. like,
do you bang afterwards if you want? I mean, is that part of it?
Hey, you know, who knows where the day takes you? You know what I mean? I'm sure, like with all apps and like things like this, you probably got to give them a rating after and shit. And like,
you wait till you're out of eye shot.
One very, very solid thumbs up. I mean, what?
I think we're in all the same company here with at least our kind of thinking here. Like, we don't turn a weird eye to, at least I don't. I'm down for if anyone wants to pay for someone to do whatever. You want to pay someone to cuddle you for a while. You want to pay for someone to show you around town. Like, that's you. That's the consenting adults. Enjoy your lives. Okay, do what you want.
Honestly, if somebody's looking for a chick named Jen here in Tucson, you'd like me to show you around, I'm absolutely happy to get paid for that service. I do know of some cool places. I'm not a hot Korean guy, but I am willing to offer my
I'm willing to dress up if you need it. It's whatever.
Sure.
I mean, I show Sunbun around all the time for free. Look at that. I mean, I can start charging.
I mean, I could offer myself as like a professional like jar opener. Like shit, I can do that. You know, hey, if you guys are ever in Austin and you need a jar opened, I don't know any hot spots around town. I stay home most of the time. I've got like 3 places I go to, but if you need a jar opened, like fucking hit me up. I got that stuff figured out.
That is a
market your talent.
That is a Facebook level freaking app idea right there.
Mm-hmm.
But they bring the jar to you.
Right. Like, we meet in a neutral location. Public.
Craig's jar.
If you're comfortable, coffee shop.
It's always a Starbucks.
There's a Starbucks at.
No, don't go to Starbucks. You'll get arrested.
That's true. I heard about that. That's nuts. Speaking of news, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's real news. We do joke news here. We don't do like real. I see people submit news all the time. Like, this would be a really great story. And I'm like, that's an actual news story. That's not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can talk about that on other shows. This is the show where we talk chucklefuck news. For instance,
on our show, I have road spill stories for the same reason.
I was gonna transition slowly into, for instance.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
The I can't say words. I shouldn't even. I'm leaving. No. Usually Kaz can't speak, and I'm fucking over here failing to drinking beer and not being able to speak. 8 police officers arrested because
cliffhanger.
I clicked out of the story. They were tasked with having in their possession over the course of 2 years, in storage or whatever you call where police lock shit up, lock up maybe.
Police lock up.
Yeah. They had some of the old marijuana, and when they went to inventory it later, some was missing.
Oh, shocking.
And so 8 police officers have now been fired from Argentinian police department. They didn't actually say where, but their defense, which they're going up on trial against, was the mice must have ate it. It was we had mice. Mice ate the pot, and that's fine. You want to take a guess at how much pot was?
The dog ate my homework, and also these mice ate like 4 pounds of marijuana. Like,
maybe it'd be believable if the dog ate 1,200 pounds of homework.
Holy shit!
That is more than is more than half a ton. Yes, ton of marijuana.
At that point, be able to tell if the mice ate it because there would be like little ganja huts set up around the mice holes and
It'd be
shit. Like, they'd be
the
selling
borrowers under the cellar floors.
Fucking
Somehow
mice out there
the mice
moving
got
weight,
mice
dog.
size.
I don't know if you've
Man,
if you've ever
live in.
tried to weigh just pot. I mean, it's a fucking leaf and a flowery subject. It's takes a lot to weigh 1,200 pounds.
Jesus.
Fucking, where was this?
Argentina,
Venezuela?
Argentina, Buenos Aires.
Fucking, you go there and just fucking mouse on the corner like, hey, you got that weed?
In addition, the forensics experts say mice don't eat pot because it's not
Somehow
food.
one of them learned how to crochet,
It's-
across the hat. It's cool.
It's not food, and also we would have found a shit ton of pot-laden dead mice corpses everywhere because it would have killed them if they ate it. Just
Unless
so
the
you know.
mice were being hired by cats to run the
Is this like
weed.
Feifel goes to get hella high? Like, what is
Exactly.
this movie that you're creating?
Yeah, that's the background story. My favorite
But also
part.
the thing-
My favorite part of
The
American
Secrets
Tail
of
is
Toke.
is when Feifel goes and smokes out with the cat and the dog. Yeah, and then the cops in the background get blamed for all the missing pot because Feifel fucking smoked up with the lazy
Here's my
eye.
thinking though, right? Like, who do you talk to when you go, yeah, I bought a shit ton of weed, and you're like, from who? These mice.
There was some
like,
Cinderella story
bro.
shit going on. I don't know.
So
It made me
your first
dress
like,
and got me high.
dog, I don't think that's weed. Well,
My-
I don't know
You
what
was
you
clearly
bought.
doing Angelfire.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to think of so if you're thinking about this, there's 8 cops, and you know what happened was at some point they were like, shit, they're doing the audit. They're doing the audit, guys. They're fucking. It's like, don't say shit. You don't need to say. You don't have to explain shit. And then someone from internal investigation walks over and is like, you come over here. Well, why are we missing this much? The mice. Damn it! Did he just see the mouse? We gotta stick with it. I mean, we can't fucking change our stories now. Yeah, no, definitely the mice. Yeah.
No, I see. When you have that much time, you come up with something. When you know that somebody walked in and it was like, "Guys, we're missing 1,200 pounds of weed. What happened?" These mice ate them.
Mice? That's the worst.
Yeah.
And then he doubles down on it, and the next day the dude comes in and is like, "Hey, man, we've launched an investigation." No, I caught him. And he's got like 5 mice lined up with twisty ties around their wrists.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. I caught him. It's cool. We dealt with it.
Yeah, he's getting 25 to life. Feifel.
But in
Wow.
mice years, that's like 37 minutes. It's
Yeah,
fine.
In mice, yeah. Terrible. It's ruining the lives of young mice everywhere.
Oh.
Kaz, you feel free to story whenever you want. at
No,
this point.
dog. I want to go more into the.
I think we've hit every avenue we can on the pot mice story. I've referenced
Bible.
American Tail 3 times
like-
already. Can we go on?
They did a remake of Blow. This time it's not Johnny Depp. It's a bunch of fucking mice from Buenos Aires.
Yeah, dog.
Hey, you've got to recast that mouse from Ratatouille somehow. I mean, I haven't seen him in a movie since, so.
Ratatouille too.
You see
Ratatouille too.
that
Then
hat?
you're
There's just smoke coming out the hat, and it's like, what are you doing up there?
Ratatouille too. We eat brownies. The end.
Or he controls the guy, and he's like, "Don't make me do Angelfire." No, you cook better.
This next story is a product specifically from my boy Curly. As we know, the crypto thing is fucking up and down and down and up, and fucking everybody's buying all the goddamn fucking video cards,
Buying all the dips.
Yeah.
so that they could fucking mine for fucking currency. But this company fucking thinking, use your cell phone and a toothbrush. So they've put a miner in a toothbrush, and now every time you brush your teeth, mining for fucking gold, boys.
I mean,
Just let me know how I
the
can
same-
get fake coin with it.
That's the same idea as like playing Pokemon Go to get exercise outside. Mine Bitcoin by brushing your teeth.
Yeah, but see, Pokemon Go ain't gonna get you a fucking 100,000, you know.
If it's encouraging people to brush their teeth, I feel like the people that would use this are people that maybe aren't so good at.
But then, you know, some asshole's going to buy 100 of these toothbrushes and just like have them on actuators, just go.
It's like
I
a
can't make that
sweatshop.
just-
Like you got a bunch of like I get like the neighborhood kids. What do they do in that garage? They're brushing their teeth. It's good for them.
So rocking my
Well, this is
1070.
also a Chinese company, so
Yeah, they're doing more in the background with your shit than fucking mining. I'm telling you, mining with my graphics card, my 1070 graphics card, I can make about $1.70 a day at full fucking 90 degrees Celsius heat at full blast. I'm telling you right now,
1080 makes 75 cents.
your iPhone 5S isn't fucking gonna get you shit when you're brushing for 30 seconds a day or whatever you're supposed to brush your fucking teeth with.
3 minutes. It's supposed to
3
be.
fucking minutes? Go to hell. I'm sorry. That's
Damn, I would hate to hear how you talk to your dentist. God
That's
damn.
the whole time I'm in the bathroom for the morning routine, okay? I don't do much. That's good times. No, yeah, you're not making shit with that. They're just, they installed basically ransomware on your phone. You fell for it. Sorry.
You fell for it.
There was a ransomware story that I mean, it's not even a story I'm trying to talk about, but I remember I read something that was like, everyone knows what ransomware is. It's a software you install, and it typically encrypts files that are important to you, and then you get it back by sending money to someone, and then they send you the key to unlock your software or your shit, because otherwise it's gone. It happens all the time. I work in IT. People bring their computers in all the time, completely encrypted. And there was this one ransomware that was like, hey, your shit's encrypted, but don't worry, I'm not asking for money. Just play PUBG.
Yeah.
And as soon as you launch PUBG, it unencrypts your files. It's like, okay, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, it said like you have to play for an hour, but in reality, it unlocks all of your files after 3 minutes of the game just being open.
It was just crap code. It just checks the process for fucking, what is it called? Shooter game or something? That's ARC. What's PUBG's fucking TSL or something?
Battle Royale.
No, but the actual process name is something stupid because it was written in Unreal. Someone started a project that didn't intend to ever finish, and then they kept the name. Like if you ever play ARC, and you look at your task manager, ARC is called shootergame.exe.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, good job, guys. Change the project's fucking name before you fucking ship. Maybe,
Love that
you know, fucking. Like, I'm definitely not playing shooter game right now. So,
Maybe you are. You just-
whatever though. But
bro, don't act like of all the things you have to do in that cycle, you're just like, did we change the fuck?
no, because I've been there because
our game on people's computers is called Dickcom fucking when it's running, bro.
I used to write sales copy for like professionally as a side gig. I would write like sales letters and stuff and communications for companies to like use to communicate with their clients. And I would name the documents things that I needed to know that they were named. And then I would rename them, or at least I was supposed to, and then send them to people. That didn't always happen. Sometimes they were like, I don't know, dumb car wash place, like letter 2. Like, and it was like, oh, I meant those people that paid me handsomely to write this shit.
So back in my Papa John's days, you know, many a moons ago, it wasn't a big deal for carryouts because you had to put in the system, you had to type all this customer crap information because every single customer is supposed to have this like profile in your system. So even if they're like, you're supposed to, even if you're just doing a carryout, you're supposed to ask them for their address and everything, so you can build a relationship with the customer, or they can send flyers and emails out and shit and all that crap. But when you're busy as fuck and you also have teens literally running your store, you don't want to do all that shit. So if someone was doing a carryout, usually we would just do their name, and that was it. We just skip everything else, and then like pepperoni pizza, whatever. Give that to Jake out there. But sometimes you don't even take a name. You're just like, cool, you want pepperoni pizza? Cool, got it. And then you just type in fucking the order. And some of my staff would just describe the person instead. And sometimes they forget to not put that sticker on the box, and so that sometimes it'd be like, why does my pizza box say ratchet bitch on the fucking order? And you're like, I'm sorry, do you want a free pizza? It's all I can offer. I don't know who did it. I'm not, they're fucking kids, dude. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. like ugly ass dude or fucking one eye or walleye or lefty or fucking, you know, it's just horrible shit. It's terrible.
Droopy face, angry lady.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Oh, fucking
That
love
bitch
shit.
with the draggy titties.
Some of my staff.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Old no bra over there. There you go. Fucking no.
Why does this say it was bought by Rugrat? Rugrash boobs. What? I've seen that. That was came up on Imager one time. Somebody had complained about their receipt and it said Rugrash boobs.
I can vouch for the fact that shit doesn't happen.
Good shit.
Entrepreneuring fucking burglars over here. A gentleman in Snohomish County, Washington. That's a place.
Snohomish.
Whatever the hell.
Snohomish.
Snohomish.
Snohomish,
man.
Snohomish. Snohomish County, Washington. Gentleman noticed that his neighbors were on an extended vacation in Mexico, so he broke into their apartment, put up a bunch of pictures of himself, and then rented the place out to people over the course of the time that the fucking people were out in Mexico.
Like he Airbnb'd it? Like,
damn.
Straight up and down. Straight up and down. No one had any idea. He called people's references. He fucking befriended people. He did repairs. He met the neighbors and said he was a friend of the family. Just watching the house, having some people over.
I feel like the people come back and like, thanks for fixing up our house, but like, no, not cool.
Yeah, I want the way that he got caught is he just left like that one picture of himself in their bedroom, just like posted, just like, and they're like, yo, is that a picture of fucking Jake from across the street? Like, yeah, what the fuck? Like,
good point,
like,
Curtis.
bro,
Nobody
why
knows
are you-
that many pictures.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't have pictures of
did
myself.
he already, see, the thing that gets me though, the thing that my mind keeps coming back to is, did he already have the pictures? Did he then take the
Framed
pictures and then go to like fucking CVS or Kinko's and get them printed out and then framed as well? Like, was this a trip to Kinko's and Michael's? Like,
No, she did one photo shoot. Hey, bro, this is a really nice house, but why are you wearing that same like blue button up in like every picture?
Whole bunch of outfits he went.
There's like a green screen like of him at a park. Like,
I was gonna say I don't keep any pictures of myself around my house, and then I just remembered I was holding
you
this
have
a
a
second
cardboard
ago.
cutout of yourself? That doesn't count though, right? Because somebody else.
If someone rents my apartment, they're like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, man?
Some
This
people have a
guy's
wife whose
weird."
pillow currently has a cardboard cutout.
I just hang it. I put it on the ceiling above the bed in the master bedroom. It's good times.
You have to hide it above the shower.
Just
Like
peeking
just
over.
above the shower. Yep.
Good. I like that.
it's good shit, dog.
Yeah, I love it. This guy's great.
Ugh. All right. My last story is and for those of you that drink, you've all been there. It's a drunken adventure. So a gentleman from Estonia was taking a trip to the Swiss Alps. He was staying in a hotel, as you do, I guess, in the Swiss Alps. On a very drunken night, as he is trying to make his way back to his room, he makes a wrong turn and proceeds to end up at the top of the mountain.
Well.
Yeah.
Oops.
I did see this story. There's the telling of the tale where he's just, went out to get a couple drinks, got lost on the way back to the hotel, and then went up a mountain and just kept on climbing.
Yeah, so he got up there in his drunken state, was lost. Luckily, because this could have turned out tragic and this man would have been dead, but there was a bar near like kind of the peak of the mountain. So he broke in there, and staff found him in the morning and 2 empty bottles of water that he drank to
Smart man.
help put himself to sleep.
Drink your water, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah,
I mean,
no,
like you
Have a
said, it could have
buddy.
been.
Where's
way
your
tragic.
buddy that makes sure that you don't like die building a fucking snow cave while you're drunk?
Back in
Okay,
Estonia.
so here's the thing. We've all had, if you drink and have ever drunken heavily, a drunken adventure. And when you're also drinking with your friends and the place you have to go is within walking distance, there are times where, and Curly has said this and I have said this, where you're out with your friends and you go, I'm done. And you leave.
There's a couple terms for it, but
later
yeah.
on, they're like, where the fuck did you go? We spent the rest of the night looking for you. You're like, I was done and I left.
A strong, sneaky exit.
There's a term for that somebody in DKG has used. Sunbun. Sunbun, what did you call that?
I've only heard racist terms for it, so I don't know if I want to say anything.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. I just can't
there's a real
remember
one.
what it.
But no, my typical thing back in my my heavier drinking, heavier going out every night days was everyone would go out of the bar for a cigarette, and I'd go out with those guys, even though I didn't smoke, and I just talk. And then everyone would turn and go, okay, we're going to go back in now. And they don't line up with the bouncer. And I would just turn the other direction and go right on home. I'm like, yeah.
I'm part Irish. I'll say it. It's the Irish goodbye. There you go.
Is it,
Irish goodbye, yeah.
I basically heard every nationality used in the term. It's the Mexican goodbye, the Irish goodbye, or whatever. I don't know if it depends on where you're from or whatever, but basically, yeah. Oh, good. Never mind. It's an excluded product. This guy's my hero. One, drink water after heavily drinking, and two, I don't know, climb a fucking mountain, get your goddamn cardio in when you're drinking. You got to work off all those fucking. Then again, I don't know. Every time I've actually done any kind of like heavy, like exercisey work, like climbing a mountain, I immediately sober up. Like it just sweats the fuck out, and I'm like, damn it, God.
Yeah, especially in the cold, dude. Like. That shit sobers me up quick too. If like I'm in the cold for a period of time, I'm like, what, why, and how do I make it stop? Like,
yeah, but that idea sticks in your head though, and especially when you've already determined, like, okay, I'm going to do this. Even if you sober up, that'll still stick with you. You know, maybe he thought, you know what, I'm gonna explore this. I'm tired of waiting. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna fucking do it. So even if he did like sober up. I mean, shit, what's going to stop him? Nobody's there to say, hey, dude, maybe that's a bad idea. It's just fucking, all right, there we go. And it didn't turn out bad. I mean, luckily for him.
I can just hear like the Price is Right, like mountain climbing song, like this whole time we're talking about this. It tickles me.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't look that gracious.
Maybe that's what was in his head. Maybe that's where he...
I hope I mean
I want it to be for this gentleman. I want it to be the drunk teleportation when you start at one location and you end up at another, and you're like, what the fuck?
I love
and then
that.
Panic,
I had those.
Yeah.
You're like, when did I got keys, I got my wallet, my card, my ID. No, we're good. Everything's great. Awesome. Let's go.
You check all
yeah, that's the way it always was. Oh God, yeah, just fucking wallet, keys, cell phone. Fucking good night. We had a good night. All right.
It's all of that except for one additional thing for females. Because it's like, did I take my bra off somewhere? Okay, it's still on. Good. I didn't leave my bra somewhere.
Yeah.
You're set.
I've seen it.
When you're drunk and then you like leave it in some weird place.
Oh, I have to say that's not a problem I've ever had being drunk, losing the bra. No.
Apparently they're just uncomfortable. I don't like them.
I didn't notice it because I just didn't notice it. But now I'm thinking about it. Now you mention it. My ex just every time she drank would just be like, "No, we're done with this.
We're done.
No, we're done with that. That is over with for the rest of the evening. These shoes are coming off. The bra's coming off. Don't give a fuck. We're done."
See, I always keep, even if it comes off, I keep track of it. It usually ends up on someone's head like a crown. So I'm still like, okay, that's mine. Don't lose it. No. Don't take it off. You got to wear that the rest of the night. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it back. You keep that fucker on.
Those fuckers can be expensive. I don't fuck that.
$80 a single one.
Yeah,
that's
easily.
unreal.
My best friend Erica is a little well endowed, and I do not envy that fucking process because those things are expensive as shit. That's fucking.
There's a reason there are sales every month.
That's fucking like a whole video game. That's a whole fucking that's a tank of
Then
gas.
you start working out or lose weight, and then you're like an amoeba, and you got to buy a new one every couple months. It's great.
Oh no!
Safety pins, girl. Safety pins. You just keep ratcheting them tighter.
That's like a dangerous. That's like putting like weaponry in your like chest area. That's
Well, what else
terrifying.
is an underwire? That fucker works its way
That's
loose.
true.
You're stabbing yourself in the side anyway. I mean, beauty is pain or something.
Welcome to ladies' night.
All right. Hey, you know?
All right, hey ladies out there, it's fucking free tequila time. Somebody's gonna lose a bra tonight.
11:30. The
15 bras just ping.
welcome back, everybody. In case you just come in and join us, it's Bra Talk with King, Cass, and Curly and his two guests. It's great. So my final story: Scottish police had mounted in a full scale rescue operation out in this place. Basically, the word rescue is in all quotes. A Scottish family was wild camping. I guess it's just where you just go out to a place that you can camp. I live in the city, so there's not really a wild place, but these guys were out wild camping. Self-proclaimed heavy metal fans. Three gentlemen and their two kids, all dressed in black and in face paint. Multiple people called in the goddamn Scottish National Reserve. Sorry for that.
Who's winning?
Because they quote unquote noticed a suicide pact happening. They're just heavy metal fans, and they had face paint on, and they were enjoying some beers out in the middle of the Scottish wilderness. They were a bunch of police boats, lifeboats, ambulances, fire trucks. All came out to the area while the kids were in the tent sleeping, and everyone was enjoying a beer and rescued them from their dangerous liaison with death. They were saying they all looked looked like they were reared up to do a big mission, but there was no mission to do. It kind of made us feel like we did something wrong, but we just like to go wild camp and drink beer and listen to heavy metal music. I just for the sake of it, there is a picture of the family. These gentlemen were out enjoying themselves, you know.
All right, hold on. That's a navy shirt. That's not even all black. What the fuck?
What are you like check like a heavy metal listener violation? I'm sorry.
I'm just
a heavy metal user.
I'm just like so like the way that they write this in the article is like there was just I'm just imagining all the resources that Scotland had or just at this place and they basically they rowboated and lifeboated out to the island that they were camping on, took them all into custody, and then brought them back to dry land, and then where their car was parked, which the cops had smashed the windows to find information about, and then after berating them, and then realizing that they weren't, they left them, and then they wouldn't let them go home because they were all too drunk to drive. So they had to sleep in their car out there. It's like, wow, there you go. Scottish Fire and Rescue, everybody.
I was expecting like full like hardcore like ICP crazy whatever. Those guys are in like a black sweater, black pants, whatever. Like that's outdoors gear. That's the shit you wear to stay warm when you're camping. Then they've got just a little bit of face paint on. Like what? 2 of the 3 of those people didn't even have shit on their face.
Yeah. They also had a dog named Jazz.
Oh, well, that's metal.
That's delightful.
That's metal.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, where's the dog?
You're not gonna kill yourself when your dog is named.
They left the dog there. They were fine.
Like 3 of these guys look like Nikon.
You say 3 of these guys look like Nikon? What the fuck?
Did you know that if you die and you have pets in the house, a dog will wait 2 or 3 days before eating you. A cat will go straight for your face.
You'll go for your eyes first because I got the most moisture.
Yep.
Currently, she's looking at your eyes right now. She's like,
that's
hey,
why
hey.
you brought it. That's why they brought a dog, because it'd take them 2-3 days before they were finally like, yeah, there's no treats around here. I can't find any kibble.
She would. She'd easily eat my face. She's tried. I've woken up and found her nibbling. I'm like, get off me. I'm alive, bitch.
If you could kindly stop eating my face, okay, thanks.
Fantastic.
Yeah. No, I just, that had to be like, that's an experience right there, dog. Like, you just helicopter fucking, don't do it, or however you say it in Scottish.
So like,
You have so much to heavy metal too.
With me, and
No,
I
if
think
you won't.
with me, and I think we've talked about this before, Kaz, too. We have a genuine, just instant panic distrust of police. Just that, that's your initial response. But I don't know if you've ever been like really drunk, and then like all of a sudden fucking cops are everywhere, and you have that moment you're like, oh fuck, and then you're like, oh no, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm good. And then you're just like, eyes big, and you're like, what is happening around here?
Or there's like the time that you're at your house and they show up and you're like, oh, this is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, well, like when your neighbor calls the cops on you because you have your sister and your friends over, and you're playing Spelunky and you're screaming stuff like, I swear to God, if you fucking whip me again, I'll beat your ass. And your neighbors call the cops and they show up at 7 o'clock on a Saturday when the sun's still out in San Diego. And you have to explain to them that, no, I'm live streaming right now. Here's the giant TV and we're playing a video game. Do you want to come in and play? And then they wave to the camera.
This is a pretty good rhetorical situation, hypothetical.
I feel like it's real super hypothetical.
It may have happened like 4 years ago, but you know, whatever. It's good times.
That's all right. I may have had a Homeland Security raid last year. It's fine.
Oh, jeez.
You gotta stay off those dark websites.
I'm gonna bring up a story and it's gonna be you.
No. I had housemates that were shitty that had moved out, and apparently they thought that they were still here with stuff. Yeah, it was fun.
This is your daily reminder that if you are a streamer, register with your local police department so they know, so you don't get swatted.
Real news. We're not doing it.
How about that Blue Apron, though? Anyway, just let me tell you about that Blue Apron.
I will bring up one final story in the segment I like to call "White People Get Angry About Weird Shit."
This
This
be a long
Wait, I think I have a bumper for that.
I almost was going to use a story, but I thought I'd throw it at the end just as a little thing. These guys. There's a fucking 12-paragraph article about how they did not get their goddamn pies from the supermarket. Pies are supposed to go on sale at 9 a.m. and they arrived at 8:45 a.m. and the salesperson wouldn't sell them a pie, even though the pies were already done and they were right fucking there. They had to go down the street to get their pie, and they're very angry. They are furious. Actually, this says furious.
Hashtag all pie eaters.
Fury.
Well, where was this in? Where was this?
The UK.
Yeah, that kind of explains it to me, to be honest. Like, that's a lifestyle over there, from what I understand.
The struggle is fucking real out there, okay? I mean, if you don't get
Brexit world problems.
Oh, it's good times. How many houses do they own? I don't know. Yeah. The gentleman.
How many flats?
The gentleman is quote unquote or is quoted saying, "I could have reached over and grabbed them, and they wouldn't sell them to me. Who do you think pays their wages?"
At least he didn't grab them. Like, that's politeness, right? He didn't just.
He's quote unquote. There's got to be more to this story. Morrison's, the supermarket, have got to have their own agenda right now.
We did have a bunch of people just freak out about a freaking flavored of sauce at McDonald's that like was sold out in like too short of a time. So, not surprised. All
right, did anyone get that Twitter thread of people complaining that Heinz were making fry sauce a thing? Heinz put out a tweet that was like, "Yo, we just came out with the best new invention, mayo and ketchup together." And everyone's like, "Yo, bitch, it's called fry sauce or Thousand. We've been doing it forever." And they're like, "Do you know you want our new product? Best thing in the world." And everyone, and I don't know. My Twitter fucking timeline was lit the fuck up with people are angry as shit. I don't know if it's because fry sauce is like a Utah thing, and I have a bunch of Utah people on my goddamn Twitter feed, but I couldn't get past it.
It's hard out here, dog.
Not to mention they called it mayo chup.
Mayo
Oh
chup? What?
no, that's terrible. Somebody write
ketchup?
something better.
Ketchup.
Mayonnaise and ketchup. Mayo chup.
That's
Come
terrible.
Come to a store near you.
Bro,
That's awful.
that's what you come up with when
It
you
sounds like
ask
a
somebody at
Pokemon.
last minute.
Like a really bad Pokemon.
Yeah.
To mayo. There you go. Brand it.
Mayo chip.
Mayo chup.
Ugh, I don't like it. Stop.
Also, it's fucking disgusting sounding. So
That
Isn't
sounds-
half like the joy of mixing ketchup and mayo, doing it yourself, and one of those little in one of the drink
Ratio.
covers from McDonald's, you just like and then you mix it up yourself. I mean, that's the joy of it.
Ratio too. Like
Right.
maybe I like a little bit more ketchup. You like a little bit more like mayo. You know, we can all have it our own way or something.
I want to spray mayo chup on that
Why do I
couple
feel
that
like
didn't get
that's
their
actually
pies.
a fast food thing?
It's got to be a fetish by now.
Oh, gross. Internet rules suck because now my brain is going terrible places. You're
Rule
awful.
34. It's been
You're
since
awful.
the internet began.
You're
You can imagine it. It exists.
Oh,
Mm.
Lord Jesus.
All right.
He won't help you.
All right.
Oh, Sunbun, good point. When did Heinz come out with a mayo?
I thought you were going to say Sunbun, good point, when he said swamp water. 'Cause that's what
That too.
I love to
but-
dip my fries in my crab cakes in swamp water, everybody. It's delicious. I love you, Sunbun. Anyways, I'm going to save Kaz here and just move the fuck on. This week on White People Do the Darndest.
Look, bro, I just
I feel you.
between white people and Japanese people, I don't get the fucking mayo thing, bro. I just don't. I can't. I don't understand.
You take your eggs, you whip them with some oil. It's delicious, right? Anyways, we're gonna move on to the games now.
And then,
It's game time
Hell yes.
with Curly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Only on dkgWELP.
Oh, I am fucking excited for this. For those that don't know, this is the portion of the show where I get to act like a god and ask trivia questions to people. The points don't matter. It's all in good fun. Enjoy yourselves, everybody. If you haven't noticed and you're watching live, the chat is now in emote only mode, so they cannot spoil you. The only people that can actually fully talk are the mods, and they will probably still spoil the questions anyways because they're terrible at their job. No, I love you guys. I'm sorry. But feel free to dump all the emotes that you want. This is your time to get really frustrated at Kaz for not knowing something and buzzing in anyways. And then you can just dump a bunch of emotes in the chat to explain your hatred. Anyways, your first quiz is called A to A. It's very simple. These are just general trivia stuff, Jen and Gelfling. But they have like a shtick to them. So this first one, for instance, is
also, you didn't. All right, hold on. Your name is your buzzer. So if you want to buzz in and try to answer a question, use your name. You can use any portion of your name. You could just use Gel. You could just use Jed. You could use your whole name if you like. However you want to do it. So you say your name, then you answer your question.
make sure you do your name. I know it seems like I'm being redundant here. People fuck this up a lot. You get all caught up in the moment. You start yelling out other people's names. Start yelling the Pope out. I'm not going to call on you. Use your name. That's your buzzer. That's how you buzz in. But their first quiz is called A to A. Basically, I'm going to ask you, or I'm going to give you a clue, and then the answer to help you along is going to start and end with the letter A. So it could be a couple words sometimes, but it's always A to A. Okay?
I do like that you basically just said, say my name. Say my like,
I heard
basically
Destiny's
your
Child's back, thanks to Coachella and maybe a hologram and Beyonce.
God damn it.
That's what my Twitter feed's like. It's all fucking Mayo Chup and fucking Beyonce. Okay, I got a weird follower account. Okay. Anywho, for instance, your first clue: the full name of the pet detective played by Jim Carrey. Jen.
Ace Ventura.
Coming out of the gate strong. Everyone gets it. A to A. Ace Ventura.
High five. Low five. Yeah.
Low five.
I gotcha.
All right, cool. We're going. The full name of the actor who starred as Hawkeye on MASH. Gelfling.
Alan Alda.
Damn. See, I thought
Nice.
no one was gonna get it, and then I was like, you know what?
Nice.
You know what?
I
People
have
might
the
know it.
entire series on DVD.
I I only knew his
You
first
lost
name.
me at Hawkeye
Good
because
job.
then I was thinking of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wait a minute. His name doesn't start with an A.
Right.
Jeremy Renner.
And then
Wait,
you said MASH, and I was like, the potatoes?
I'm like a one-track mind Infinity War right now, so that's where my brain is.
One more
God, no.
housekeeping
Can't wait
secret note is if you do want to bypass the oh my god I can't talk and I can only use emotes, if you do use bits, you can skip it. Not saying you have to, but if you would like to have your
to pay?
I didn't make the fucking goddamn back end. Okay, that's Twitch's thing. If you, for whatever reason,
It's Jeff Bezos' fault. It's
I mean,
fine.
if you happen to have Twitch Prime and you sub at that point, you can leave a fucking subscriber message in your thing.
if you want to spoil the question and answer it, you can sub and it'll get read the fuck out in front of everybody. Anywho, onward and upward. The full name of the actor that won an Emmy for her role in Ugly Betty. Fun fact, you can just go with her first name and it still works. It's also a country. Kaz.
Argentina?
You forgot to do it in the form of a question. What is Argentina? Try that.
America Ferrera.
I either answer the questions as a retarded question or I just rank man through these. I only have 2 speeds.
Kaz will come in with
Is it?
an
Hold
A
on.
to A and he'll just be like, Jake?
What is her shitty name? Oh, wait.
I just said it just now. It's America
What did you
Ferrera.
say? Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Gelf, we lost you.
Shit.
What just happened?
Video.
Everything is broke.
Yeah,
Okay, can you guys still hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, the program just crashed. It no longer exists, but
No,
Okay.
open it again. It's just minimized. Skype, when it minimizes, it kills your camera because Skype is terrible.
this is what the fuck?
I mean,
is
Skype's
happening?
awesome. Yay. Woo.
Hold on.
Don't worry, guys.
It's not in my task thing, so.
I'll edit this out. I'm not,
Alright, there we go. Back.
not going to do it. I'm not going to do it at all.
You're okay. Hooray.
For all you
I'm not
audio
dead.
listeners, nothing happened.
Skype is just as much a part of this show as everything else, so you got to take what comes with it.
Yeah. Good old desktop version, guys. Can't be doing anything fucking else with your massive fucking computer. Thanks, Windows Metro, or whatever they're calling it these days. Onward. The gel from this plant's leaves is commonly used to soothe burned skin. Kaz.
Jen, damn it.
What was that,
No,
Kaz?
you're wrong.
Aloe vera.
Damn it.
It is aloe vera, indeed. This
Oh,
2000.
Gelfling. America Farah. For the other one, the Ugly Betty one.
Yeah, I said it.
It's very okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear
But good
it.
job.
I never heard him say it
I
either.
was like, I heard aloe vera, and I'm like, wait, Vera Farah. Oh my god, I know. Okay, sorry.
I think it's Ferrera, but I don't know. But that's why
Oh, is it? Whatever.
I don't know.
I don't
It
know.
works. No, I
Whatever.
did say it like a couple times, but I think you were dealing with Skype fucking
It's funny
up.
because I didn't hear you say it the first time, and then she didn't hear you say it the second.
Sorry.
Don't worry, guys. Title suggestion: America Ferrera.
It's late.
This 2014 Nicki Minaj hit featured samples from Baby Got Back.
Gelf.
Yeah.
I heard Gelf first.
Anaconda.
don't know how to karate
Anaconda. You vogued at this point. This is a bottled water brand manufactured by Pepsi.
Jen. Aquafina.
Boom. You guys are fucking on this shit. This
They also didn't use recycled materials, and people at my college hated them for years, and that's the only reason I knew that.
don't pre-burn potential sponsors, okay?
I mean,
Pepsi might call
is
me up.
great.
Fucking this one's for you. Is that a Pepsi? Fucking is that Coke?
No.
Is that Nike? I don't know.
Crawford, you're so hot.
Just do it, Pepsi. This Supreme. I cut off the T when I pasted this. This Supreme Court justice died in February 2016.
I know this one too.
Come on, he's the best. He's my favorite.
Jen.
Anton
Scalia.
There it is.
Oh yeah. Forgot about him.
Old
By the
rusty
way, if I
boat.
don't get that, I get in trouble.
Old rusty boat. This tennis player was 20. This tennis player was 2002's most Googled female sports figure.
Sports ball McWhack-a-ball tennis player, the third.
I don't know. I play Virtua Tennis. That's the only reason I know some of these names.
I
don't know
Wii Tennis.
sports.
Does that count?
Boop, boop, boop. Anna Kournikova.
Oh,
damn.
yeah, that's sick. Oh, yeah, it kind of matters.
I was trying to think like Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa.
I was like, Serena, Vanessa, I'm out.
So yeah. So in my brain, right, I started with Serena Williams, and I was like, no, can't be right.
Let
Keep
me
the
check.
blonde hair though, right? It's blonde hair, bluish eyes, green. I don't
Kaz's
know. It's
memory
white
is a
chick.
character creator. It's he's fucking scrolling
It
through the
is,
fucking
dude.
blue eyes, hair, bun. It's fantastic. This is the Spanish word for grandmother.
Gelf.
Gelfling.
Abuela.
Thanks, Dora.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm the
I was just gonna say the word. I was like, oh well, and then I was like, no.
I have to do something first. I have to
That's why I
do
didn't
something.
say it.
Yeah, that'll happen too.
I've been
It's
here
the
for
same
years, and I
problem.
still can't do this.
Luanda is the capital.
Luanda?
What?
Luanda.
Luanda. That's the new Disney movie coming out. Your newest princess.
It's your newest princess. Luanda is the capital of this African country.
Oh.
I told you sometimes I just leave them in because I
Oh.
think
Really?
maybe.
Is it Rwanda?
No. This is like legit.
What was that? What was that place in Black Panther?
That was Wakanda, but that's very different.
Luanda, Rwanda.
My Wakanda don't want none unless you die.
Boop boop boop
Something.
Angola.
Gelfling.
Sorry, Gelfling.
Algeria?
No, it's still Angola.
Angola?
Oh, Angola. Did you say it again?
I said it.
didn't hear it.
Well, no, I
Yeah,
said it
like,
right as you said your name. So I was like Angola, and you're like Gelfling, and I was like, maybe she didn't hear it.
I
You
didn't,
play-
I didn't, but
Oh,
we just don't listen to Curly. We're like, oh, are you talking?
well, I think
Look,
what the problem is whenever like Skype mutes everybody else. So if you're talking and I like start it starts accept like yeah, it mutes everybody else out.
I can't tell you what
Is
registry
that just a
keys.
It's not Argentina though.
No,
Is it
it's
Argentina.
Angola.
see,
You said Angola, right?
yeah. Because the problem with that, Gelf, is there's the Skype mute and then there's your brain mute because you're thinking and you're like, yeah. Hold on.
All I know is there was at some point a shit ton of registry keys I just attacked to make Skype stop auto ducking and doing all that shit. So I don't know how to help you.
I love you, Curly, but I'm not gonna go into that much effort. You're gonna have to swap over to like Hangouts for me or something.
There was a point I remember a long time ago where I was like, I'm gonna hit these registry keys, and I ran a couple scripts, and I swear I did something, and I don't know. All I know is it doesn't do the shit it used to do, and I'm happy with it. But anyways, continuing onward, got two more on this A to A.
Hey.
This Chinese online marketplace went public in 2014,
Oh.
raising 25 billion and becoming the largest IPO in history. You have Jen. I heard Jen first. Jen.
Isn't it called like Alibaba or something really
That's
terrible? like
exactly
that?
right.
Okay, I was like, is this racist? No, I don't.
It's the Chinese eBay. It's great. Buy stuff off there all the time. Takes like 2 months to get here.
Yeah,
They have
good. Because me and Curly have talked about going on fucking Chinese websites and buying shit for fucking $4.99
I do
And
not
that's
wish
shipping.
all the time.
as well. You're just like,
My
Just
ex
saying.
had one of those. It was like a catalog she got that was like just party shit, like the cheap shit that you find at parties that just don't like. Where the fuck
Do
did
you know
you
what
get?
it used to be called?
Hmm.
The Oriental Trading Company.
Yeah,
and they would
yeah.
send you a catalog, and it's awful because
But
it's called the
like, when-
Oriental Trading Company.
It's like you never think about it, but it's like where can I get 1,000 of those little fucking like frogs that you like have a
Yeah.
little tab on the end that flip when you push them, or like little finger traps or something. You're like, I need 1,000 of them, and you're like, oh, and this is fucking magazine, and it's like $7.
Teachers
Yeah,
use that. They're like the people that order from that like all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was like, I did not know this existed.
I need 14,000 hippopotamus pencil toppers.
But it's also you go on there and you're like, wow, a fucking a knockoff Fitbit for $2. That's weird. Okay, like I'm in. Fucking, it could work, or it could be.
Seems legit.
It could. They could mail me a picture, and I'd still have a good deal at this point. Like it's fine. Your final one is this musical. Sorry, Kaz, featuring the music of Elton John, ran on Broadway for over 1,800 performances.
Oh shit.
I had no idea. I like musicals.
No. It's
Cats.
Kaz, really?
Yeah,
It's a
it's cats. That's
Oh.
totally it. That's right.
I was like, really?
Oh my god. I actually like the worst part is I'm gonna get really mad.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
Boop, boop, boop. Ada.
yes.
Oh.
I had no
I
idea.
was-
I had no idea.
I knew it was like one word. Damn it.
All right, on to quiz number
There's
2.
No way.
I
Your
hope Ember's not watching this. She'll be mad at me.
we'll edit it
We
out.
won't tell her.
We'll edit it, make it look like you got it right. It's fine. Your next quiz is called Just Say No. That's the shtick. Same general trivia. Basically, every answer you're going to give me ends in NO. That is
We're
once
playing
again
Jeopardy right now.
could be
I
multiple
know.
words, could be one word,
I
but
know
it
it.
always ends in no. So, for instance, your first clue: what artist married John Lennon?
Gelf.
Gelfling.
Jen,
Yoko Ono.
That's my boo.
that bitch.
Wait. Yo,
Gelf or Yoko Ono?
Oh no, Gelf is awesome.
I was gonna accept it either way. I was gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, but either
That
way.
fucking bitch. A member of an HBO
not
crime
scary.
family or a high singer?
Kaz.
Kaz.
Sopranos.
That's, well, I mean,
Sorry, I almost started. to sing.
Soprano.
thank you. Judges, I think we'll give it to him.
No, fuck that. That's bullshit. No.
No. He gets so few of them. Just let him know.
No, but here's the thing. He said a member of the crime family or people who sing like this, and they're called Sopranos, and the show was called The
And
Sopranos.
if you're a member of The
So-
Sopranos, you're a...
Singular, not
Don't worry, he'll get it.
He worded it dumb.
He'll lay up at night and go, oh, fuck.
You know the fuck I won't.
It's a Nevada town that's the biggest little city in the world.
Jen,
Gelf.
Jen
Reno.
Reno.
I may
High
have
five.
lived there for a while. High five. Weirdest online dating experiences ever. That place is weird.
This is a Mediterranean herb common in Italian cooking.
Gelf.
Kaz.
Gelfling.
Jen. Damn it.
Oregano.
Oregano is correct.
Oregano.
This is a sweet cherry used in cocktails and sundaes.
Gelf.
Jen.
All
Oh,
Maraschino.
yeah.
Good
Damn.
times. Bonus
She's
point for
like,
spelling
I
it.
don't know about
Who
these.
wants to
No,
spell
see,
it?
here it comes. Every fucking couple of episodes, somebody Rain Mans this shit.
Someone just dials in. They're like, got it.
Okay.
12.
Yeah.
Fun time. And this is one is you can tell I might have dug deep in the archives of the NPR fucking quiz show. An iPod that's bigger than a shuffle but smaller than a touch.
Gelf.
Jen.
Ooh, that was everybody. I thought, holy shit. I think
All right, on
y'all
the count of 3, everybody say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
Zoom.
Nano.
Yeah, everyone said Nano. That's right. I didn't know you guys remembered that shit. It's a fucking long time
I
ago.
still own one.
Remember, I had a
Well
fucking
done.
shuffle. Remember shuffles? Remember no interface for your fucking music
Stand
player?
the shuffle, so
That
I
was
had a
fantastic.
Nano.
I bought one. I was
Chimera,
like,
whose
It's
side are you
iPod
on?
Touch.
Stop it.
Then I got a phone. That was it. That was over.
Chimera, you're biased. Shut it.
iPhone. Good job, son. But
I
not
know.
quite, buddy.
A long Japanese robe with wide sleeves, traditionally worn with a sash.
Kaz.
Gelf.
Kaz.
Kimono.
That's correct. This word describes an animal with a medical condition that results in pale skin, white hair, and pink eyes.
Gelf.
Jen.
Gelf.
Damn it.
Albino.
Bingo bongo.
Yeah.
This is an electronic music genre that emerged from Detroit.
Gelf.
Gelf.
Techno.
Boop da boop. It's a Clint Eastwood movie that shares its name with a car made by Ford.
Kaz.
Fucking everybody. I mean, holy shit.
3, 2, 1. Gran
Gran
Torino.
Torino.
Racism.
Racism. I don't know if you. Yes. Well.
This is a card game where you draw 4, skip, or reverse.
Gelf.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Gelf.
No.
That is correct. I didn't even hear it. I know you're right. It's a brand of sugar or a game piece.
Kaz.
Domino. Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't got Domino sugar on here.
I actually have in my.
Well, that's because there's a Domino sugar factory here, and they're like really proud of it.
I was thinking like how to fit stevia in there. I was thinking
Stevio.
Like,
No.
Xylitol.
And it's also the name of a really hot chick. That I think.
I'll take your word for it.
All right.
Domino is a character from Deadpool coming up soon.
Super excited. Domino's hot.
Really excited because she looks awesome.
Wait, is that? No, I don't think it's an actor. I think it's a porn star.
It is also a porn star, but it's also Domino is also a character that will be showing up.
Well, yeah, I know it's a character in Deadpool, but I'm not. All right, you know what? I'm going down a rabbit hole.
No, y'all keep going. It's good.
It's cool though.
No, fine.
We would love to hear more about
this
your.
is the rest of the show. Let's go. I didn't plan anything.
No.
It's fine.
Just hit share on Twitter. We'll find out all about it.
Open up your browser history.
Hold on. All right. Quick question. Quick thing.
Quick
thing. Right. Who? Because this is on every streaming porn site that has videos, right? You have your play button, you have your volume button, and then like either in the middle or right under those, there's like a share to Facebook, a share to Twitter, and I'm wondering who the fuck is hitting those buttons, bro? Unless you're in that porn and you're like, yo, go check out my new shit. It's on Pornhub. Like, who is the motherfucker that's like, yo, bro, just hit a good stroke to this one. Just wanted to share it out to my followers, bro. Like, who is that person?
There's a whole influencer porn world that we don't know about. Social media.
For all of the shares to like Twitter, Facebook, and all that, is there a share to Tumblr? Because there should be, considering what kind of shit shows up on that site. I don't know. I haven't been, but I'll.
Because I've also made the mistake of like you go to close some shit and you accidentally hit that button and it brings up that interface. You're like, no, please, don't auto complete. No.
Side related is that fucking thing that Facebook does with your phone that you're scrolling through the fucking phone or the feed, your wall or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like, all right, oh, that's what Kaz is up to. Cool. Oh, he took a cool photo. Sweet. And you're scrolling. And embedded and like the 17th one down is a picture from your phone where it's like, this isn't posted, but it could be a post.
Right.
And you're just looking at your dick and you're like, and you think for a moment, oh, fuck.
Jen, is it a problem you've ever had?
Let me tell you, the last time I took a picture of my dick and then I decided to keep it on my phone. Oh wait, I have plenty of dicks on my phones though because I've been online dating recently,
pics?
so they're like all over the place. I got the whole collection of shame right now.
I got a folder called bits. I mean,
that's what I call them too. Actually.
Yeah, it's universal. There's more than just dicks in there. It's just bits.
All right, I'm sorry, I derailed us.
Moving on.
I don't even know where I am.
I'm trying to keep a straight face, dude. It's not working.
It's where you just throw your phone across the room. You're like, no.
You accidentally hit the post button as it's like shit.
This is the city that hosted the 1998 Winter Olympics. Jen.
Atlanta.
We're still in the no section.
Oh, the no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm like
swinging a miss.
Close.
19 when?
98.
1998. Damn it! I like how we're like Atlanta. We were in an AA mode and we came back. See, I was like, that makes sense. Who had Winter Olympics? Oh, that's right. They had Summer Olympics. Oh shit.
I was like 13.
Kaz?
No, I'm just kidding.
Toronto?
No.
Yeah.
Toronto?
Toronto?
I think it was Toronto. No, Toronto does not.
Nagano.
None of us know how to spell.
Nagano.
Where was it?
Nagano.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I totally knew that.
Okay.
This is a British podcast where three friends mock poorly written erotic fiction written by one of their parents.
Wait, what?
It's actual.
I don't,
Read that again?
I don't know, but I want to know.
This is a British podcast where three friends mock poorly written erotic fiction written by one of their parents.
Is it just called No? Because that's what I would say.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good podcast. It's
I would say, please don't.
it's
No.
called My Dad Wrote a Porno, where
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
it's actually kind of fun.
I've actually-
Your final question in the nose. Oh, beer. There's another
At
one
least it's
behind
coming out instead of going down, right?
Sorry.
it. It's going everywhere. It's coming out all places. It's
Just don't climb any mountains, okay?
I might. It's a lottery-like casino game with a terrible odds of winning.
Gelf.
Gelfling,
Kino.
keen to the O. Correct.
Into the O.
All right, your final game, and I told you I'd come back with one. This one is not competitive, except for you guys against me. This is we did this last week. I liked it. I thought it was very popular and fun. I guess we can take the chat off of emote only mode actually at this point. But basically, it's you guys all together come up with the answer.
We work as a
You
team?
work as a freaking team.
Yeah,
That
this
was
went so well last
Because
week.
it's ladies' night.
It's very simple. I'm going to give you two things, and you're just going to tell me which one came first. If okay, Jen. Okay, I see. Okay, all right. You can go sit in timeout for a bit. But yeah, basically, sometimes they're ages, sometimes they're years, sometimes whatever. It's just whichever one came first, which was the first. So, for instance, I will ask the three of you,
Atlanta.
possibly.
Toronto.
Toronto, no.
Toronto, no.
Totoro.
Coach no.
Which came first, Bruno Mars or Venus Williams? As
Now,
in-
do we discuss it then?
Yeah, you guys can just work it out with each other. You guys got to come to a consensus.
Which?
Like who's
who-
older, or if
Who's
they got
older?
together?
For this one, it's
with-
who's older.
They got
Yeah,
together?
not who's quickest to
Venus
the old spadoosh.
No, I would say Bruno Mars. I think he came
Bruno
first.
Mars too, because I feel like I don't know, man. I'm feeling Bruno, but damn it.
No, Bruno's like surprisingly old. He's like
Yeah,
30
I
something.
agree. No, yeah, he kind of is. He's been around for years, man.
I hear two.
Venus,
then
the-
again,
the
Venus has
tennis
been
player,
around for
right?
long.
Yeah. Yes,
Did he
Kaz.
purposely use ones that are like planet names on purpose, by the way? Can I just wonder that?
I didn't fucking write
Like
the
Bruno
goddamn
Mars
quiz.
and Venus Williams. Was that on purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
This whole it's
Just
actually
the-
all planet themed.
Actually, I would
Okay,
say
I'm into
Bruno
that.
Mars actually, because I think Venus Williams, she's been famous for longer, but she's been in more things for a longer time. So I would say Venus.
Gelf, I can't stop thinking dirty. Just pick one and go.
This is where I get to just be quiet
if,
and
if
enjoy
it's
myself.
who birth order or if they got together, who would go first? It would be Venus.
It was
Because Bruno Mars is too much of a gentleman. All right, I'm going with Venus. Last offer for my third of the
final
discussion.
answer.
Sure, why not?
I hear
Can I
two
phone a
lock-ins for Venus
Can we,
and
we
one
are
for
the friends.
You are yeah.
Shit.
We don't know the answer.
You
Right,
guys,
right.
you guys can
Kaz.
call each other. Yeah.
Hey, so
No,
I'm on this game
yeah,
show
I'm
right
pretty
now.
sure it's Venus.
Vina?
It's
Vino?
Xena.
Venus.
Is that
Venus.
Warrior? How did that get involved?
I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds to lock in.
No, we're locked in.
You're all on
dog.
Venus.
Yeah.
We locked in on Venus.
All right, you are correct. Venus Williams was born in
We
1980.
knew it. We knew it.
Bruno
And
Mars,
Mars was born when?
1985.
Whoa.
Homeboy's 32.
I'm older than Bruno Mars. Weird.
Good year to be born.
I'm younger than Venus Williams. Hey.
I actually was born in a very good year. I'm 1 year older than Bruno Mars.
Mm-hmm. Next question. Which came first? Adele's album 19 or Taylor Swift's album 1989?
I think 1989, because wasn't 19 Adele's more recent album? I don't know. I don't remember what order.
No, the
those
most recent one of
came out.
hers is Hello, isn't it?
Hello.
I think aren't they all numbered? I'm sorry, I'm not part of this.
Or 21. I don't know. I don't listen to that kind of music.
1989 came out like stupidly early for Taylor Swift, didn't it? Wasn't it like one of her first ones? I don't know.
Kaz knows T-Swizzle.
Sounds good.
No, 1989 was relatively recent.
Oh, was it? Okay, in that case, then in 19 is Adele.
It's not the most recent one, but I think it was before the most recent one.
I think then go with Adele.
I don't know shit about Adele, but I am T-Sway all day. You know what I mean, dog?
You really do get that off the cuff really
I'm
well.
sorry, I gotta go. It's been real.
I feel like you guys are locking in Adele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would be correct with the Adele.
Yes.
Her album 19 came out in 2008. 1999 came out in 2014.
Wow.
As Kaz
All right,
said,
yeah.
relatively recently.
You said 1999.
1989, fucking whatever.
Gonna
Oh yeah.
party like
no,
it's 1989.
you know why I said that? Because they said that in the fucking show. Okay. They actually fucked it up in the show.
Who
Anywho,
the fuck didn't correct them and tell them that T-Sway is in 1989, dog?
Can we talk
Get your
about your
facts
proofreader? Your proofreader's doing a terrible job.
I read the proof as well. So, anyways, which came first, MTV or PBS?
PBS.
CBS.
You're correct. That's an easy one. 1970, MTV didn't start till 1981. Which came first?
Video killed the
Radio star.
With what's this fuck as a fucking VJ?
There's one rule about voice over IP. There's
Are you really going to bitch about fucking Carson Daly right now? Is that really what's happening?
Nah, Carson was fine.
Okay.
Carson, he wasn't the first VJ.
No, he wasn't. But like, he's the one that people remember. Sorry. Anyway, sidetrack. Continue.
It's cool. Which came first, Spider-Man 2 or The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
The Amazing
Spider-Man 2.
Well, wait a minute. No.
Like, are we talking about the new movies?
I don't know. How many times do we find out that Peter Parker got bit by a spider? Fuck, I don't know.
3 times by now?
I think it was rebooted like 3 times.
Spider shit. Like, I don't know. There's spider things that happened, and now he's got, like, spider stuff.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't the first run.
I think Spider-Man 2 came first, and I think the Amazing Spider-Man came second. Also, you talk about the movie or the comic? Because, like, that's a whole other thing, too.
Yeah.
The movies.
Let me get technical with you.
The movies?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
You're correct.
Because the comics or movies makes a difference, I think.
Spider-Man 2 came out in 2004.
Which is why I'm glad you asked that. Because if it's movies, I know it's like, if it was comic books, I would have had to think about that.
I'm not talking about the second comic of the fucking series. I can't know about the movie too.
To be fair, some of us are Marvel fans. Can you slow down a little bit? Jeez, sir.
The Amazings were the reboot in 2014. The non-Amazings were the 2004, 10 years prior.
Can I get some shout-outs?
E-Dog.
Can I get some shout-outs for our Top Cow fans up in here, please? No? Okay, just stay right over here in my corner.
What the fuck is a Top Cow?
Top Cow is one of the best comic book publishers ever.
And
Witchblade.
Don't get very much credit. Yeah, they're Witchblade and
Magdalena,
also
Darkness, Artifacts, Angelus.
And in fact, if I could reach them right now, I'd pull up some of my prints or one of my models that I may have in this room.
I had Valiant.
All of them right there.
Oh, high five. Gelf and I are like apparently long lost sisters that needed to do the show together. It's delightful.
This is for all the deep dark DKG fans out there that don't know this joke. I got a Sonic comic book with Sally on it.
Ooh, Sally, she was good times.
She's looking a little
R.I.P.
That hedgehog
for
in a
those
chipmunk.
of us in DKG that know Sally, that's how she always looks.
She's a good looking kid. I remember being really a fan at 7 years old or 9 years old.
This is gone so far off the rails, guys.
Oh my god.
If you're an audio listener, Google Sally the Chipmunk from the Sonic the Hedgehog days.
Don't do it.
If you are, Google it and then put DeviantArt on the end.
Go to Tumblr and enjoy your night.
Things that make you go
one day. We found some shit one day and it ain't right.
You know, when you hit that part of the internet, you either have to share or lose your soul. It's like the 7 Days Ring movie of the internet. Once you get into LNI, late night internet or Imager, whatever, you have to share it. Otherwise, 7 days later, you lose your soul.
Which came first, Mickey Mouse or Mickey Mantle?
Mickey
shit.
Mickey
Mantle.
Mantle.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I thought, well, unless you're counting the fact that he was originally had a different name. I'm gonna get all technical on this. Sorry.
I've got nothing but when I copy pasted out the transcript
Okay,
of the
cool.
NPR.
All right, so I'm gonna
argument.
say Mickey Mantle because Mickey Mouse didn't get named until later. I thought. Well, I don't know though.
Well, baseball existed before TV, and he was one of the original greats. That's my logic.
yeah, I think so too. But I don't know. I feel like
I would just say Mickey
the
Mantle.
only sport I actually watch is baseball. This is embarrassing. All right, Mickey Mantle. That's my vote. I'm with you.
I think Kaz is on Tumblr.
Cosby slipping Mickey's would take first. Cosby slipping Mickey's or
Yeah, I'm gonna digress. I don't.
Kaz, close the tabs. You don't need to watch any whatever you're watching.
Either that or share it on Twitter. Just close it or share it on Twitter.
I already did.
You said Mickey Mantle?
Yeah.
That is wrong.
Really?
Mickey Mantle was born in 1931. Mickey Mouse came out in 28.
Oh, whoops.
The 3 years.
Oh well.
they're really close though, and none of us were alive then, so fuck it. Let's go.
True. Otherwise, it'd be a really
The only sports teams I follow.
Dog.
a different demographic of a podcast if I had some 70-something-year-old people or 80-year-old
Even
people on
though,
the show.
speaking of history, there's a stupid kids book series called Who Is, right? And they have like really good ones like Who is Thomas Jefferson? Who is Abraham Lincoln? And then there's ones like Who is Donatella Versace? And you're just like,
I have to sell those all the time, and I swear it's like people just get dumber. Like, do you have the Who Is books? Yeah. Do you have one for this person? No, it doesn't exist. Well, why not? Just here's the shelf. Leave me alone, and I walk off.
You're like, I don't fucking. Am I a publisher? I wouldn't be here. What are you talking about?
No, what I
Thank you
say
for
is, I'll
murdering
look
my
it up on
faith
the
in
computer for
humanity.
you, and I walk off.
Retail.
I love my job. Don't get me wrong, but people can be fucking stupid.
All right, let's keep bringing up everyone's jobs. It's cool. It's fine. It's great.
get a bitch. Read your goddamn questions, question man.
Question man, give me a question. Captain Kangaroo or Captain Crunch?
Captain Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Can we talk about the fact that Captain Crunch probably really wasn't a captain? It's weird.
He isn't. He's a commander. If you look at
Exactly. It's weird.
the rank on his uniform, he's a commander, not a captain.
Fucking proofreading,
I feel like
man.
it's like that SNL sketch, like Rhode Island, neither a road nor an island. Discuss.
I'm not even gonna ask Kaz, but I guess you guys are locking in Kangaroo.
I'm just letting them fucking.
Kangaroo is
keep us
correct.
winning.
Kangaroo came out in 55. Crunch came out in 63.
Yeah.
Which
High five.
came first, Marshmallow Fluff or Jello?
Jello.
Jello.
Well, this is
Marshmallow
disagreement.
fluff was in jars, and Jello was like way early because it's just like ground up like animal bones.
Horse bones and stuff, gelatin.
Gelatin.
But are we talking like the brand or the food of?
To be fair, the
that-
brand has been around for days.
I mean,
That's
that's
true.
the brand.
My great grandmother has recipes that
These
we
are
have that are
capitals.
like my great grandmother's one of her recipes like requires Jello that she like made like years and years and years and years and years
I had
ago.
no idea what the fuck Marshmallow Fluff was. But that's-
It's basically people that are too lazy to melt down marshmallow and they just want it like in a jar.
what?
Have you ever had a fluffernutter? And I'm
Oh
not
my
talking
God.
about the second.
I mean, I've been to this side of town down here. Okay.
It's sandwich made with peanut butter and marshmallow fluff. Just go make
Yeah.
yourself one. It's delicious.
That
And then you'll
is-
tell everybody, I love fluffernutters, and you'll get in trouble and dragged off by the decency police. Just saying.
That is going to be my new Tinder name.
Fluff nutter. Also, your new job title? You
I'm
are
completely
unemployed. Is that what you're
innocent
going
in
to look for next?
I'm completely innocent in this. It's legit.
I'm really
Look it
looking to
up.
get into the fluffer nutter game. Would you have any?
I'm going to go with, you guys said Jello, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It's Jello. It came out in 1897, yo.
Those pro
JELLO.
baking skills.
Yeah, you just heat up water and bone. Done and done.
Yeah.
MF came out in 1917.
MF, you can't even say it anymore.
Malaflof. Which came first, The Amazing Race or RuPaul's Drag Race?
Okay,
The
RuPaul's Drag
Amazing
Race, then it's on 10th season right now. So.
But
Well, no, it's not.
Race.
But hold on. But it came out like 12 years ago, though, too. How long has The Amazing Race been out? I don't think it's that
Forever.
long. I don't think it's that long, man.
I don't know. I don't watch that kind of TV.
I don't watch Amazing Race. My mom always like, you should see this guy at Amazing Race. That's how much I know about it. But I do watch RuPaul's Drag
But
Race.
how long has that been happening though? How long has your mom?
I can't remember. I don't know. I
only to be featured on NPR.
But see, here's the thing. Like, The Amazing Race has been around since like The Survivor and Big Brother and like all those original shows. It's just like the bastard little brother. And RuPaul's Drag Race has only ever existed on fucking Bravo, which
wrong.
It's getting way deeper than I thought this would get.
Like, I don't know my cable channels.
It's on the Lifestyle channel. Anyway, I watch RuPaul's Drag Race obsessively, just saying.
Can I phone a friend? Because I know somebody who watches RuPaul's Drag Race.
I watch every single season. I rewatch it. I'm an unfortunate fan. It's terrible. And I don't know the answer.
Just pick one, you guys. I don't care.
Amazing. So you think The Amazing Race is that old, Kaz? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, I'm down. We'll do it. Amazing Race.
Amazing Race is correct.
Nice.
I don't have the
Way to go,
timeline
Kaz.
on that.
High five.
Good job, Kaz.
Which came first, The Good Wife?
I just know I watched the first season of RuPaul's Drag Race, and that's still like at 8 seasons into The Amazing Race.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't watch Amazing Race.
Continue your question, man.
I did try to break my mic now, though.
The Good Wife or Breaking Bad?
Breaking
Oh my God,
Bad.
they started around like the same time.
First?
I think Breaking Bad, because I feel like Breaking Bad was already in when that show came on, because that actress was in something else before that.
Okay, sounds good.
I've only seen half of an episode of The Good Wife, and I've only seen 3/4 of an episode of Breaking Bad.
What? I see Breaking Bad.
Indeed.
I couldn't get into the series either. I really didn't like it.
It didn't do it for me.
You are correct. It was a bad show. No, you're correct in the other show. No.
I like that show.
Breaking Bad came out in 2008. Good Wife came out 1 year after that. Which one of these?
It could be called The Good Bad M-Beam.
Between the Broadway Lion King or the Broadway Little Mermaid, which came first?
Broadway Lion King.
Lion King.
Yeah, unanimously easy. 1997 versus 2007.
Yeah.
What are you trying to kid at, NPR? Which came first, the Mona Lisa or the Scream?
Mona Lisa, because that was more realistic painting.
Van
it was
Gogh.
Impressionist. Yeah. No, Scream wasn't Van Gogh, was it?
It was, Edvard Munch.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
that was more impressionistic. Whereas Mona Lisa was done in the time when everything was trying to be as realistic as possible.
Oh, that's right. The Scream is what I'm thinking of. Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Gelf said.
I'm gonna defer.
It's true. You shitting on things I like.
Indeed, correct. Mona Lisa was the correct one. Which came first?
Good job, Gelf.
Which came first? And this is I don't know how. There's one of these things. This like weird serendipity that happens, where all the shit we talk about in pre-show somehow ends up like half related in the games that I have already pre-done. So which one came first, Dracula or Frankenstein?
Frankenstein. Because Mary Shelley and all the other writers got together. all of the writers got together and they were talking about telling stories, and Frankenstein is considered the very first horror.
Because
it was written by Mary Shelley. Yeah. And it was it was like 1818 or something like that.
It was. That's totally true. But yeah,
I'm just gonna give you the whole fucking game at this point. You fucking got on the screws. Frankenstein came out in 1818. Jesus H. Christ.
Good job.
Dracula
you
was
want to know why? You want to know why?
why?
Can I tell a story about why I know? I work at a bookstore, and there are certain schools. Everybody, like a bunch of people, are reading Frankenstein right now. But there are a bunch of schools that are requiring the 1818 text, which is different from like the generally published Frankenstein. So we have to carry both fucking versions of the book in store so people can get it for class.
That makes me really happy as a obsessive lit nerd. That makes me extraordinarily happy because the 1818 text is different, and it's different in some very important ways.
Yo,
Anyway.
There's
Jen is
also, you
lit.
know what? We need to talk more later. There's also
We
an
need to
alternate
talk.
version of Dorian Gray.
This is where I don't have a master's. You chimera. God damn it. It was my undergraduate.
All right, if you want to check out the
okay?
podcast, Two Nerdy Lit Friends, you can check out Gelf
On the
It's
DKG
geeky.
network.
Geek Grills.
working on
Geek
it.
Grills. Gelf's coming on Geek Grills soon.
Yeah,
You
Check
heard it
out
here-
Geek Grills at www.twitch.tv/
There's gonna be time for
Grills.
that later,
whatever it is. I can't remember.
whatever it is.
Sorry.
Your
Yeah.
final-
When you wanna.
We'll get there. Your final two questions: the Liberty Bell or the Eiffel Tower, which came first? Not the sexual maneuvers.
The
If you've not done a Liberty Bell, you need to fucking get out there and try
The
some shit.
Liberty Bell
Liberty
was around the
Bell.
time that we left. We said "fuck you" to England, so that's a thing.
That's a point.
I don't fucking recognize how thing.
I wanna
to
say the bell for some reason, just because
I kind of want
of
to
the simple construction of it. Like, not even thinking of the
Yeah.
history of it, just thinking of the construction of the two things.
The
I'm gonna
Liberty
say the
Bell is like
bell.
1789 or some shit, and like the Eiffel Tower is probably like 1880 or some shit. I don't know. I'm with you. I vote Liberty Bell as well.
You are
Sure.
correct. The Liberty Bell is correct.
Like, I was just thinking from a pure construction point, like the Liberty Bell just looks like shit because it was built in a time where people were just like.
Broken, man. Like it's not.
I had
I just mean like it was built in a time where people were like, John, how do you do the metal thing again? I don't know. Just
Well, and they fucked it up too.
They've
That's
been
why the
making-
Liberty Bell has
they've
the
been
crack. They
doing-
didn't properly.
Exactly.
They've been
melt
doing
down the
metal for
alloys
fucking centuries prior to the fucking Liberty. How do you fucking? I know there's a thing that's harder than wood, dude. Jake, can someone get
No,
the
but
thing?
what he's talking about are the girders and stuff, and the technology for like how the
Yeah.
girders were done. That's absolutely true.
Is
Yeah.
Jake like the DKG version of Chad?
we kept making the bell out of wood. It kept burning down. We need something that doesn't. I know it's on the tip of my tongue. It's something that doesn't burn
You
harder
figured
than
it out
wood.
after the Stone Age, but like before the Iron Age, there was something there.
Any
What is
of those
it,
Indians
Spartan?
still around? Can we? Oh no, they're not.
Oh.
Do we get rid of the
Could ask
rest
them.
of
All right, last one.
Your final
What are the
one.
years on that, by the way?
Liberty Bell was 1752,
Holy shit, that was older than I thought.
and the Eiffel Tower is 1885, 89.
I was damn close.
You were damn close.
On neither of those.
You said no. It was weird. So
Close enough.
1752 and 1889. You said 1852 and
Yeah.
1789.
Did
and
I?
My
Sure.
eyes went sideways for a second. I was like, "What the fucking shit just happened?" I was like, "Whoa, it was so close."
Oh, terrible.
It's good times. Your final question is the Brooklyn Bridge or the Golden Gate Bridge?
oh
Brooklyn
shit.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah,
for
I'll
sure.
fucking know your
Because the
shit.
Golden Gate Bridge was a special example of suspension bridge, and it was the first one there. But the Brooklyn Bridge was built back in the day.
Yep.
You're now.
Brooklyn
You're now.
Bridge is just better because it's on the fucking East Coast and out in the fucking West where
Whoa.
shit's
Whoa. Whoa. Some of us are on the
Fuck off,
correct
too.
coast.
They were
Some
actually
of us are on neither coast and are automatically.
built
I'm
at
not
the
on the
same
coast
time,
anymore.
but our time zone was later. So in fucking Brooklyn, no, Brooklyn's right. I don't have the dates. Thanks everyone for fucking games.
Nice compliments.
Moving on to
Nailing it.
emails,
Dude, a lot of
everybody.
people died making the Golden Gate Bridge too, and
Sure.
the arch in like St. Louis. We do it all the
No,
time.
a lot of people have died after the Golden Gate Bridge was built.
Oh, that documentary is crazy. Check that
Just
out.
throwing that. Get out of my fucking head.
Yeah.
Time for some cocktail-infused communications.
dkgWELP.
Email.
I fucking transitioned, and y'all just jumped on your damn Brooklyn shit. And
Yeah, bro, where Brooklyn at? Play some Biggie.
Anywho, this is the end of the show, everyone, where we talk about emails and stuff, and we answer your comments and questions. And I open up my email to go, who has sent me one? I have an email. Oh my god, I have email. Guys, it's happened for the first time since episode 90.
Somebody took pity.
Someone did a thing. We got an email.
Why am I scared right now?
I have an email from
Because
another.
you have a healthy respect for survival.
We have an email from another other mech to lowercase x, uppercase x, lowercase x, all capital cheese, X puff.
God damn it, Chimera.
Boy, this is from Mech. XXX at dkgtv.com. The title is Pointless Email. The email is Marshmallow Peeps, Rabbit, or Chick, State, or what the fucking hell? Formatting.
Stale or fresh? No, it's bird or bunny, stale or fresh, right? Is that what he asked?
Marshmallow Peeps, Rabbit or Chick, stale or fresh. I get it now.
See? I get it.
It's just there's
the shit.
Oxford commas
Okay.
everywhere. There's fucking. How do you enjoy your peeps? Apparently.
Number 1, fresh. Number 2, bunnies. You can eat their ears off one by one, but chicks are better because you can joust them in the microwave.
Oh my god, Jen, get out of my fucking head! It's gotta be fresh chicks because then you can give them toothpicks and put them in the
microwave and then they joust.
Exactly.
All right, I've lost my
By the way,
show.
that's not docking.
I've lost my show to the 2 here.
No, this is
It's over.
this is both. No, it's called the peeps jousting is the new name for that.
I don't fucking eat disgusting ass marshmallows, so y'all fucking.
So I had a love affair with peeps when I was a kid. Like I'd buy those shits. I'd buy those shits out of season. Like
So stale then.
And then I turned
started
10.
making them for different holidays, and it was great. And
So
then
there is a preference of crusty ass hard peeps that people like. Like people like, oh yeah, no, I like to leave my peeps out at the front door, hanging from the fucking porch until they get nice
Like,
and
buy
fucking
them like
crispy
herbs?
on the outside. Like,
oh no, these are my October peeps. They're gonna be so good.
I like my peeps, my crouton peeps. They're fucking great.
Be like, these are a December. December
Ooh,
'92.
it's a vintage
There are these
peep.
peeps here. As you can see, the discoloration shows how good they actually are at this point. So what you want to do is you want to start on this side, and then just chew slightly. You will break a few teeth, and then that's how you know you're enjoying your '92 peep.
If you look close, you can see the eyeball on this peep has drifted slowly downward to the point where it looks like a belly button.
Don't worry,
It's a
I recommend
cyclops
pairing it with a nice fluffernutter.
Yeah, if you're dipping
Just
your
add it
peeps,
to the fluffernutter. Put it in the microwave and see what happens.
that's the hey Heinz fucking mayo chup. If you start fucking selling fluffernutter with embedded peeps, like cookie dough peeps inside the fluffernutter.
Oh my
There you
god,
go.
the only way we can tell the age of this peep is by taking Beam's recommendation and taking a core sample. We broke a couple of bits, but we got it.
Most people don't
It's
actually
like
know
rings.
if you check the
Oh,
rings on the
there was a
peep.
hard
Yeah.
winter.
there was a large downfall of rain during year 7 for this peep.
This is when the apartment got evicted from the apartment and moved into the.
Thank you so much, Mac.
Too real.
I've just been told roasted peeps are a thing.
Okay, let's
microwave
be serious. Minnesota has deep fried peeps, okay?
Do people toss peeps into fucking s'mores? Like peep
Yeah.
s'mores? Is that a thing?
Yeah, they made
Yeah.
little sandwiches out of them.
And it's adorable because the ears go right out the
Yeah.
top when you.
How do you spell that?
I want that
How do you-
sounder.
How do you,
Somebody please clip that.
how do you spell that, Gelf? I need that as a title of the episode.
It's
Peeps go.
PLBBT. PLBBT.
It's actually my favorite sandwich as well.
The streamer formerly known as Gelf is now known as. Okay.
Onward and upward to the next email. This is from MJH, titled "Hi." Sent to podcast at dkgtv.com. By the way, you can email pretty much anything at dkgtv.com. It'll go to me. I don't know if there's a filter or something. Anywho, the subject or the email is "I love Gelf and the Gen!" 3 exclamation points.
Yes!
Yeah.
Follow.
Ladies' night.
There's more. The final part.
Oh.
Curly's all right.
Oh.
Kaz,
not mentioned. Just throwing it out there.
means you're doing it right.
Yes, it's safe.
Oh Christ. Sweet. And then your final email is from full person's name. Not gonna put someone's name on blast. But thanks, Beth. Sent to you said to email at dkgtv.com.
Probably didn't expect it to get through.
Subject, just sending you words. You crazy people are so much fun to watch.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that. Let's see, questions, comments, or complaints, whatever you want. They come to the email. We talk about it. Thanks for doing it. You're amazing.
We do need a complaint section.
I'm sorry that you have a Yahoo email address. You need to work on that. Someone 1999 called and they want their Angelfire back.
Now you gotta do the Korean one, which is just like.
The fuck? What are you doing?
Hearts.
Oh, I thought we were doing like mini DKGs. I was like, all right, I'm down.
Which is the heart, and then the diamond is like a thing I do when people say nice things.
Oh, okay. That's very
You
nice.
do the
See,
heart,
I know what
and then
you were
you-
doing. Kaz was trying to start like a tiny fire with his fingers, and it was weird.
It's all right. It was going to be an angel fire. It's all right. He's going to roast some peeps on it and have a fluffer nutter.
Hey, Jen, join me.
Hold on, I get my Dave's Insanity song.
But that being said, this brings us to the end of the show at this point. So, hey, Gelf,
Yeah.
where the hell do people find you if they want more of you?
If you want more of this craziness, you can find me on Twitter at GelfTTV. That's GELFTTV. If you'd like to find me live, I am live Tuesdays through Thursdays, 7 to 11. Thank God she streams. Playing point-and-click adventure games at twitch.tv/Gelf, GELF, because I was able to nail down a 4-letter username in 2018.
So sad.
I know.
That's amazing. All of that will be in the show notes for you audio listeners that are in the car or wherever. The Jen says.
I'm Jen. Hi. I am one of the members of the Geek Grills podcast. That's GRILLS, so there's no confusion. We do record on Tuesdays at twitch.tv/Geek Grills, and that is at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. Come hang out with us. I stream at varying times because my work schedule is crazy, but you can find anything I do, anything and everything at thejensays.com because apparently I own it.
Yay. And I'll be on that show one day. We've talked about
Yeah,
that. It'll be
very
great.
soon, probably in May, and also Gelf soon after, or maybe before.
Yeah.
Maybe before.
Specialist.
Maybe much better.
No, it wasn't that. It was just that we can't. I gotta spread out the gamer dudes.
What was the website again?
Geekgrills.com and then
Okay.
thejensays.com. You can find anything and everything there.
Gotcha.
And you can also tell me that I'm crazy at the Jen Says on Twitter.
Awesome. All those links will be below if I remember, and I will probably remember.
Oh yeah, my Twitch is the TheJENplays. So.
You guys are amazing. Yeah, this wraps it up. Thanks you guys for being here. This has been a fucking biggity bam blicity blast. That is really 48 seconds. Jesus. Just announcing the timer.
So remember to like the show, subscribe, tell a friend, shout us out on Twitter, shout us out on Instagram, Snapchat, all those fucking things that you people do. We love you. Until next time.
Write a review. It would mean the world to me. I'll send you money. I won't actually because I don't have a job. Atlanta.